That time 91, 92, hardcore. They can go backstage gaduh Physical. Between groups, backstage gaduh. It's like hardcore bergaduh no. That's where actually they came up with idea of why not we come up with gabungan.
Perjuangan Gabungan mimpi tetap kami buat. Selagi hayatikan badan, terus berlawan, kami sesuara.
Okay, saya Sazali Zainal daripada Kelana Purba. So baru-baru bila masuk, I think after 93 Perdana, I was invited to join the gabungan team. Together with some of the activists like Azman, Kai, few of us. So we are actually the jawatan kuasa. The gabungan was led by the seniors yang orang-orang yang yang expert lah. Pak Rani, Abang Hir, Hasrat, Bayan. So these are people actually the one that actually applied for the ROS for gabungan, and they're the one who start off lah. So then following up, then we are invited to join as a committee. So that's where it started my journey.
Dari permulaan tu dia tak ada voting lah, dia lebih pada jemputan.
Yes, pada jemputan. Because I think not many who are willing to step forward. So basically that time, all of us are still active performing. So nobody actually come forward as dengan sukarela lah. So all invited. So datang but you can see during meetings, not many there lah during meeting. You see yang senior. Then after that they invited Haji Hussein to be the chairman. I think he is the one at Kampung Ubi. So he invited him to be the chairman for gabungan, president gabungan. No, before that was Wak Rani lah. Wak Rani was actually the president. Actually Wak Rani is the one yang pull me to be in gabungan. Mati-mati jadi you be gabungan, you can become secretary. I said the one just help out as a committee member. So when eventually I became general secretary, then there are shortage of a general treasurer. So with my wife's background from working in the bank, so she was invited to become the general treasurer. So we are the two signatory for gabungan at the time. But I told Haji Hussein, we are not going to touch the money. The money you akan simpan, you hold, you only help to sign. Because in terms of money wise, it's very difficult. If we were to be the one running, people cakap, gabungan hilang duit pasal ni dua. Laki bini sign. So we have three signatory, right? So it's the president, GT and GS. Back then I think it's basically whatever we want to do is basically we trying to get sponsors. I think until now you can still get Lee Foundation sponsor, right? Singapore Pools, one of the main one. So it's basically getting sponsors. So the thing is that the problem, I think, moving to like I think year 2000 where we actually did a mega Perdana 2000. I think that one I foresee that time we overspend because the money that comes in for the event is not as much as the money that we spend. So that is the point gabungan went into the red. So I think 97, 98 we did the Dikir Marathon. So all the groups dulu kita macam suka bergiat kan. So semua datang free show pun no problem. So it's basically all the groups in Singapore turn by turn perform. I think it was at Somerset Youth Park. So we did the Dikir Marathon. Then the other thing is Malam Ilham Dikir. So Malam Ilham Dikir, it was supposed to be doing it at a big hall, but we are unable to pay for a hall. So we did it at I think DBS hall, which is I think in Shenton Way. No, it's Shenton Way. Hotel is Anugerah Dikir. So that period, then after that we did the Anugerah Dikir. So actually Anugerah Dikir was first done by Kelana. So we actually did it for the Dikir community. Then after that we bring that because it's more appropriate for gabungan to do. So we bring it to gabungan to melestarikan the event. I think it's about before 2000 lah. we did it in Bedok CC. So Bedok CC, that time when we are still there, probably 96, 97, around that period. So during when I'm busy with Gabungan, it's actually not possible for me to run both sides. So I have, because Kelana we have 3 terajus, right? So the other 2 teraju will run the show for Kelana. I will ad hoc will be there. Most of the time I'm at Gabungan only if it's a Gabungan event or perdana. So I'm more in Gabungan itself and not involved in judging, not involved in counting of score. That is very important.
So,
It's not no pressure. Nobody actually informed me, but I feel the right thing to do is you not to be in that position where you have the say of the judging, the criteria and the marks. So as an organizer, it's okay. So it's very important. 93 lah.
no, okay.
Tak pernah dengar.
93 tahu tak? So far kita dengar 97, 97, 97, 97.
93, because 93 basically the 10 groups in the final, basically everyone can become a winner.
Oh, macam mana tu?
93 is like everybody has his own style of performance. So we have that time was STJ, we have Nafiri Utara, Mak Yong. I don't know, Mak Yong was whatever. Kesuma Dewa. Wah, that one tu, dorang speed punya performance, but it's a very good performance. So every individual group have their own style. So dia tak takluk, okay, kau semua kena perform gini. No. So that's the time when every group is performing differently on their own style, and on the final itself, you won't know who's going to win. That's the beauty of it 93. I don't know, you all ada video dia. Video dia sekarang macam we won 2000 that time.
2000 was the first prize.
First prize was 2000. Alang Theatre. I think the semi-final is at Victoria. Saringan was closed door. Dulu kan suka Saringan closed door dalam classroom, and the judges in front, stress dia. Yeah. I think that time is about 40 plus of group. Yeah, 2 days Saringan.
Semi pun 2 hari ke?
Semi one day, then I think was it 93 yang ada wild card.
Wah.
Yeah, I think 92 was the one ada wild card. So in semi-final, they only announced 8 winners that going to final. Then the rest of the those that don't qualify, they will be going to Kampung Melayu for performance to showcase, choose 2 out of the rest. And basically tak ada no handing of lyrics. So basically all the groups yang perform that day all basically performing their own set.
Tapi komplit daripada juara sampai
Yes. Because 93 was different set of pengadil. So 93 pengadil is basically most of them tak ada background Dikir Barat. So because 93 was organised by not Gabungan but Majlis Pusat. So there's the judges semua is different. So I think later that, I think 95 onwards is Hasrat Abayan is the one controlling the judging. Yeah.
Atas kriteria apa yang balance?
Dia lah. Kurang dia. So there's no specific criteria because before that, I think only after 2000 or after 97, 98 when we Gabungan start macam kursus for pengadil. Then we have the group of number of pengadil yang actually boleh mengadil. I can't remember, it's about 97, 98.
Tapi siapa yang
Conduct by Hasrat, Abang Hir, Pak Rani and Abayan lah.
masih ada dia punya
Don't have je. I think ada pun dah kena bakar.
But I think you started out also still at Kampung Ubi, definitely all the way.
Yeah, all the way we are there. So I think how they did was actually they go through videos, let the participants look at the video and try to put marks. Then give reasoning why they give this mark. So because judging is basically individual. Individual, you have your own preference and everybody got their different preference. So basically they want to know is how is your view towards this kind of performance. So in one competition tu dikasih macam 5 group, the result from every judges can be different. So that's how actually they train and they see what are the key aspect that you need to look out for.
Kalau dalam penilaian seni Dikir Barat pasal I think along the way macam dalam persilangan kita pernah invite artis-artis instead.
Yeah.
Macam pengamat seni tapi bukan pendikir. Is it wise macam moving forward to give diversity of the appreciation, macam setengah pendikir sebagai judges dengan pengamat seni sebagai judges?
Can, but you have to guide them with your criteria, your scoring. Because if I remember correctly, they did one of the competition Jucat CC organized. Dia punya judges all artists. So I remember we going there, my group. I think Fahmi was the karut. Dia lupa lirik dari start sampai habis lah. He won the best karut. Kelana mendapat first. Saya tanya, so how can that happen? Dia kata, walaupun dia lupa lirik, tapi dia tak panik. So, okay. So it's different. Their views can be different. So unless you guide them, okay, these are the criteria what to look out for. But in terms of macam creativity, they can have their own preference. They can have their own vision. Then we can have a more wide scope of creativity lah. I think let's say lah, different era lah. Every era you have different ones. But see now the number is increasing. Right, increasing. I think through because schools, most of your ITE, your poly, all have Dikir Barat and you have competition for them. So you build up from the school level. So last time because we have Nanyang Poly, Nanyang JC organized for inter-school. Somewhere I think year 2000 they stopped because I think they got no more budget, I think, or the school closed, something like that lah. So there's no more. So that the start point tu tak ada. So they basically depend on groups from the CC. But I think Andika did the good thing that they organized inter-school, primary level, secondary level, which is good. When we start them young, that is where actually when we have kids in schools doing Dikir Barat, then you have income for activities Dikir Barat. It can be teaching, it can be writing for schools. So you create more things for the activists. Things because to start fresh for a group is not easy. I think they also know if they were to start as a group from schools, then because when you bertanding, you can see the vast difference between group yang sekarang dah ada in the market and your group. So you can see the vast difference. Obviously they won't. They will quit this group and join the bigger group. Unless you create more groups lah, big groups. Because I think they limit the number of hours or days that you can use lah. So I think that's the problem also. Because I think they got a lot of activities. They got multiple activities. So depending how good relationship we have with the chairman or committee, where you actually have more days. Kelana now only have Tampines Hub lah. Last time kita dekat Pasir Ris Park. So I think one of the perdana saringan. So we were at the Pasir Ris Park. So NE datang because all the condo across the Pasir Ris Park complain, bising. NE datang, tanya, who's the boss dia? Who's the leader? Semua tak bersuara. Ayolah pergi. So I thought I went down. So after that event, I went to meet Minmas. So I said I need a room. That's where actually we get Tampines Hub as our main room.
So sekarang ni macam untuk komiti kita ni lah, kita aktif. Tapi kita punya masa dalam gabungan tu dah dekat habis dah. Tahun depan dah kita kena handover lagi. So there's this question of continuity. How to make sure the next committee kita boleh hand over knowledge, resources.
The system keep going on lah.
The system.
So it's same for every organization. When you have a churn of leaders, you cannot change the whole team. Because when you change the whole team, the dynamics semua dah hilang. So you have to maintain at least 1/3, 2/3 let's say 2/3 of the previous team to be still there, 1/3 you change. And when you change, make sure the group that is coming in are younger. Jangan ambil yang lagi tua. So that is where actually you have to think. Because I don't know whether you can put this in the constitution. I think a lot of the organisation they have this constitution where at certain age you are unable to come in, new ones, but you can actually continue. Then you flow on at a certain age.
Sekarang kita tengok members of gabungan aja will send each group will send two representatives each twice a year, once every 2 years lah. So do you think is there any better way of doing as a in the voting system? Is there any better way to do it? Or in your views macam is there any macam ada alternative that can be better?
But this kind of thing is basically individual whether they want to come forward. It's not whether you force any group, okay, you kasi dua. Because when they just give any two, you won't get the best.
Yeah, right.
So you want people who are willing to come forward and serve. That's a difference. When you choose people, kau masuk and you come as individual, I come for election, I come to join the committee. It's different thing because they have the heart. They know that they have the passion to serve. These are the people that you look forward to.
But I think the system is in a way such where somebody vote for someone. You have what's the name?
Nominate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then like you say, I think it's very true lah. Macam sometimes you cannot guarantee that these people will send their best to.
Correct.
So
Sometimes they will. If you ask me, if you need 2 person, I will send my worst 2 lah. Those unproductive, I just send them lah. So just basically just to be there, right? Because unless they come forward and say I want to be in the gabungan, I want to serve, I want to uplift the Barat performance, then these are the people that you have to hold lah. But so far you all doing well, what? Yeah, I think I monitoring.
Cuma nak teruskan tu
But I think lumrah in every committee that we have kalau 10 tak seperti 10 ada.
Yeah, that one normal lah. I know. I pernah run perdana seorang. So I know.
Banyak orang dalam seorang kan. Pakai pun claim tak, pakai pun kata claim dalam seorang kan.
I remember I buat form, collect, setting everything semua buat sendiri ni. Tak ada orang ni. Yang lain semua they are busy with their own group. Even some of them is like not their member but macam diorang punya parents lah. We active in their group. So semua busy dengan their own group. So they come is not to uplift the Dikir Barat community or performance as a whole, but it's for their group to be there. So that you have to know. Actually, if you run the committee long enough, you know individual character, you know already. Right? You know who is there for the community, who is there for his own. Because a lot of times we share openly. Kelana always have 3 teraju. The reason why is because you cannot have one leader. Because if you have one leader, that leader doesn't do his work, the group habis. So I have 3. One down, macam bulan teraju 3, Y 3. Satu putus lagi 2 masih ada. So that is the concept that we have. Then like now the current situation is like the Gen 8 now. I still monitor. If I see the leader is not up to task, I will call him up. Then we just change.
So macam mana how you make yourself still relevant? Ini tiba-tiba datang nak keluarkan nasi. Siapa sih? Asal tidak kenal.
Sometimes budak baru pun tak tahu kenal. So sometimes I tengok, can see because in the group you can see who actually is working hard and who is actually follower. So we can actually identify leaders and followers. So once you can identify leaders who has potential, who can think for the group, that is the one you pick. So try. So once you trial, you're good, you stay. You put in trial, no good, you change. So and also the punya leaders always change. So like every term we change about 1-2 leader. We never change. Tak ada, never fix. We find that okay, it's time for you to step down. because your relevance dah kurang. We want new guy to come in, new ideas, new blood, then we change lah. So normally it's during the punya conference, where the AGM lah, so they will change. So I think different group got different style lah. So but if you were to see groups who are currently now no more performing, because they have one leader. So when this leader go, then you don't have a follow up. So basically it dies together with the leader, the group. Then it will come up suddenly one person say, kita relieve balik this group, but it's different already. Then your continuation, your standard, all dah different already. You dah tak ikut pengenalan masa already, the standard performance all different already.
Tadi apa mention trial period macam leader tu ada trial period. Kalau dia tak bagus, rasanya boleh pakai dekat gabungan tak? Macam dia tak aktif saya sudah.
Actually, rightfully, if most of the organisation constitutionally, if they were to be inactive, actually the top 3 can discuss to terminate him. You can replace, yeah. Tengok your constitution whether you can allow, whether you can co-op.
So constitution ni boleh tukar?
Boleh.
Cuma bayar.
Tak payah. Ni $6 ada. Kan? So you all ada the right to do that.
Do we need to get the consensus of the
Depending on the constitution also. If the constitution say is you need all your member, then all your member. But I think within your committee should be able to do. Because you all are very small.
Do you groom your people to join the future? And you have that?
We never groom them, because we groom them for the leader of the group. We will see them how they actually think for the group, think for the boys. Basically how they think, move forward, how they can change the system. Because every individual have their own creativity, own ideas. So we always, the reason why we change every time is because we want new ideas. Because kalau you keep on having the old leaders, you punya idea lapuk, which last time that the kind of ideas can work, but current cannot work. So we always have to have a change of leaders.
So macam let's say kalau ada orang lama dalam the generation of that batch, how can he be relevant to, let's say, the first batch dan the second batch?
Oh, can be done. There are some who do 2 generation. They are the leader, then but they maintain until the next gen come forward. They maintain as leader. Then once this group got the leader, then they replace her. And all the past leaders are all big advisors to the group. So let's say I'm the main advisor to the group. Then all my Gen 2 leaders, Gen 3 leaders are advisor to the group. They have a say of what the current leaders are doing.
Are all Kelana registered as?
No,
That's what I noticed about groups in Singapore.
Yeah, we wanted to, but I think the thing we need to have somebody full time, because we are performing arts. I think like Nadi, you need somebody full time, which I don't think we can afford to have that. But I think based on our performances, our show punya request, actually quite okay lah. I think we can afford to last quite long.
Dalam gabungan abang challenges with groups. Kita dengar from the previous interviewees also yang macam ada session where the Pak Rani, Cik Hussein semua yang mendamaikan kumpulan-kumpulan. Any stories that you can share yang macam ada
dulu memang
gabungan coming in.
91, 93 semua ada lah gaduh between groups, backstage gaduh. It's like hardcore bergaduh no. That's where actually they came up with idea of why not we come out with gabungan. That time 91, 92 hardcore. They can go backstage gaduh physical. Tapi kita never get involved lah. Sebab nanti kita baru-baru kan, Kelana baru newbie. Anything basically macam budak-budak just alamak, kau apa macam let's say one of the group say alamak ni group budak-budak anak-anak. Lepas tu dia fed up, lepas tu bila dia menang dia ambil pampers dia kasih. bergaduh. You see. So
Mana ada beli pampers?
yeah. So basically they kind of thing yang gaduh. Ada few groups only lah. There are few groups yang macam gangster.
But this is before gabungan.
Before gabungan.
Kalau yang lepas gabungan.
Lepas gabungan actually not so much. Ada a few, but I think all is like individual, not as a group.
Like the mission statement for gabungan kan dulu macam even the motto like tak lagi berkampung tapi bergabung. Like up till now, your mission statement dengan visi in the 90s to 2000 kan masih relevan tak dengan this age?
I think you dah bergabung. So actually you have to think of something how to make it more interesting. Maybe I don't know. I cannot come up with an idea, but I think you have to think of something how to make gabungan ada visi baru, new ideas, or how to. If I were to share with you, actually during my time I wanted to have Dikir Barat as one of the SYF performance. So if you were to able to push that kind, because currently we have a lot of groups in schools. If you were to able to push that, and once we can move this needle, I think gabungan Dikir Barat in Singapore will be exciting. More Dikir Baratis.
Apart dengan SYF, what is the other thing that you rasa macam yang sempat buat dan buat gabungan?
Oh tak ada, because that time I left gabungan not because of my own will, because I was posted overseas. So since 2001 until 2007, I'm overseas. So I remember calling Haji Hussein and said, Haji Hussein, I'm sorry because I'm overseas and my wife is also following me. So we need to step down. So they're like, how? So I think we sent all the document. Then that's where that period I actually lost touch of what's happening. I think I only know that my brother is take over. I think somewhere, I don't know which part of it. I don't know when he took over.
Dia tak ada minta ni, bang. Saya advice pun tak ada.
If you're given one more term lah.
Tak ada, ikut ni.
What kind of changes will you introduce ataupun apa yang abang nak buat zaman sekarang ni? Apa yang harus dilakukan?
I think I would want to see the performing art to be something beautiful. Jangan banyakkan the red tapes. That means you sometimes you have this red tape. Tak boleh gini, ini tak boleh. So there's a lot of red tape. You have to let them explore their creativity. Because 93, basically everybody explore their creativity. Everybody perform differently. So when you can do that, then people have their own idea. Kalau tidak, imagine tengok gabungan punya perdana, 10 groups in the final, everybody perform the same thing. Tak boring ke? As a judge, I think you feel bored, right? So it's you how to encourage them to come up with new ideas, more creativity. So ada certain thing macam tak boleh lepas gong kind of thing, but you have to maintain. Jangan tak boleh gini. Don't have the don'ts lah.
So how will you moderate ini Dikir Barat? Kalau orang dah main keluar semua sampai joget macam mana? So macam mana kita dah put some restriction towards it, but not jeopardizing the creativity.
So it's basically jangan jadi macam contemporary lah. Tak boleh diri, tak boleh tu. I think basic Dikir Barat performance, the 4-beat, gong, everything, all the same. Because sometimes last time when I started the Kelana, the time when we change the ragam, orang semua cakap Kelana contem. Because kita ada gerak, so they call themselves asli. So what is the difference their performance and our performance? Diorang performance is diorang main step gini je. Lagu sama, tapi they call themselves asli. Kelana main gini, contem. Sama, kita main tepuk 4. So diorang selalu cakap lah Kelana contem. And diorang asli. The thing is that actually I'm okay if you want to do things that berlandaskan the new ruling of Dikir Barat, but you have to have substance to actually uphold what you are preaching. Because if you want to just you want to have this kind of regulation, but basically it's not based on Kelantan punya aktivis Dikir Barat, no, but one person. this person might be doing some things during the university where they want to put into paper, so they have to this kind of count, so make it easy. So when you follow, you have to really do research lah, and you must ask those previous Dikir artis di Kelantan, is it the correct thing to do? Instead of just put it macam gini sebab guru cakap begini. So you have to do R&D. So that one is gabungan.
So the deliberate effort was our term was to actually collate all the information from the seniors, the one that we conducted in Dikir. And the real intention is for this information to be passed down and how they could move around within these basics. I think memang kita agree we shouldn't confirm creativity, but at least everybody will be on the same page first.
Yeah, correct.
Even for our perdana this time round, we are encouraging based on participants punya responsibility untuk jangan rosakkan.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I think that one they should know. No such thing as you diri joget-joget, cannot lah. So the basic of Dikir Barat we still have to maintain. Patah lagu, seni kata, still maintain lah. It's just that you want to see more creativity. When you open up the creativity level, because I tell you, you'll be surprised with the youngsters punya creativity. Because I've seen from my time until now, I can see my younger boys can come out a lot of things. So you once you kongkong creativity, then you mati lah. I don't want to see 10 groups performing all the same lah.
Zaman dulu kan, ada tak gabungan band a certain group yang cara permainan dia tak diterima? Ini bukan Dikir Barat lah.
Never. So last time gabungan, the only thing they ban is my steps. So when I started cucuk langit. So I started with cucuk langit. Lepas tu abang cakap, apa-apa step, no more cucuk langit.
Masa melanggar, apa yang saya dengar melanggar etika teater
No, because they say too many groups all main gitu. So it's like a lot of pointing. Actually no, it's just for us is kita punya ni lah. So Abaya, I think one of the competition Abaya lah start cakap, any step okay but no more cucuk langit.
But again macam from what I think from you macam Abang Yan, dia cakap everybody dengar. So sekarang I rasa kalau kita buat itu apa sahaja. So macam mana nak how to be more influential gabungan.
But I think as long as you are doing a good job, I think you continue to didik the newcomers on the basis of Dikir Barat, everything. I think you don't need to be so influential. It's basically what you ketengahkan is actually your whole idea is actually nak improve the standard of Dikir Barat in Singapore. So once you prove that and dengan ikhlasnya you do that, people will see. When you have ulterior motive, people can see actually. So when you dengan ikhlas, I want to Dikir Barat Singapore ni is to have up standard, upkeep the standard. So people when you see that, people see that, they say, orang actually very sincere. A lot of things actually macam payment wise. If you ask me personally, a lot of groups are undercharging. So I ever ask a group yang mampan for performance. When they quote me, they say, your group charge this. So it's macam you have to maintain a standard. You ada 20 orang je, you main setengah jam je.
Mungkin diorang tak tahu apa itu standard.
Ya.
So macam maybe our standard 10 minutes, mungkin kumpulan lain 500. Tapi kumpulan lain 10 minit kita dengan call show biasa 2,000. So maybe you will be more transparent and everybody can have the same frequency and everybody will step. Actually
individual lah. So there's two sides of the coin. So when you want to charge, make sure you are a group that can perform. So you perform sama set every time, you no changes, you nak charge 3,000, orang pun tak bayar. So you have to change lah. So it's both ways lah actually. Improve your standard, then you can improve your payment.
Recently kita pernah keluarkan statement kita tak nak layan gabungan, kita tak nak layan apa?
I saw the eve of Hari Raya, you stop the performance, which is good. I think memang kita can make a big show with all the big group, all the groups coming in. But for them, diorang free show. So you actually, diorang semua kalau boleh nak free je. Then at the end of the day, then you undercharge lah. Every time, okay lah, ni derma punya lah 500. Kalau midget okay lah. Kau this kind of show pun derma, semua derma. I ever argue, he asking me to downsize. So downsize the amount. Then say if you want to downsize this amount, you look for any secondary school who have Dikir Barat, you go call them to perform. Don't call Kelana. So no, we're giving you a platform. We are actually giving you the platform. So they say, okay, let's talk about numbers. We give number, they give. They have money. It's just how hard you push on you. So when you have time, 500 boleh lah. 500 budak-budak yang laundry pun tak lepas. Makan pun tak lepas.
In terms of perdana, is it still relatable kalau kita dah perdana ni output dekat TV atau as a private event?
Kalau TV wants to come in, go for it lah. Because I think TV pun they want viewership. So if they are willing to come in, go for it. No extra cost lah, make sure. So at their cost, because they are fighting for viewership. Say they know Dikir Barat punya viewership was very high for the past years. So when you propose to them, it's basically for viewership. So we are helping you with your viewership, but we're not going to pay you. This kind of thing, how you negotiate.
I mean, as a leader yourself, apa yang benda yang paling harsh thing that you have to do for? Macam, what kind of decision you rasa macam ruthless decision?
No lah, because normally I'm a thinker lah, so I always think very hard before I say or I do any decision, because it will have repercussion on what's moving forward. So same macam now in NTUC also the same. So when we talk, we have to really think what effect will have when I say this.
How about in Gabungan? Were there like, do you protest on any things that people?
Actually, Gabungan that time, because when I was there, not many opposition. So basically dia orang tak kisah kau cakap apa kau buat apa. So basically there's no opposition. So I was saying, okay, let's do this. Okay, no objection, because they know that if they were to object, then they have to do, right? So they say, okay, boleh, okay. Is running a organization is not easy lah. But I think if you are able to work as a group, everybody have the same goal, same vision, I think you can go well lah. I think currently I can see like you all organize a lot of events, a lot of bengkel, which I think is good.
Do you think that even now, till 5 years down the road, will Gabungan be still relevant?
The relevancy of the association depends on the people inside. It's same as any group. Any Dikir Barat group is the same. So how relevant is the group is depending on the people inside. How you actually want to put forth your association to the public. So if this group, lepas tu at the end of the term, semua tak nak serve lah. You all step down, new guy come in, don't do anything, then do nothing for 2, 3 years, 4 years, then die lah. So basically it's the continuation and the relevancy of the people inside. So it's very important to have continuation.
Again now, our challenge is finding the right people.
I think Gabungan from the start till now, I think we have been always been as a status as non-profit organisation. Is it wise for us to change our status as a private limited or IPC? What's your view on it?
Kalau private limited okay, tapi IPC I think tak lah. I don't think it's appropriate lah. At least now you can still get sponsorship. Once you that kind of standard macam
because I think bila sponsorship, the question will be asked macam any tax rebate. As a non-profit organisation, we cannot tax rebate, right? So
tax rebate is only for macam IPC lah. But I don't know lah. You have to weigh lah. As a committee, you have to think through, because this kind of thing, a lot of things can be done but how as a committee we can agree what is the best way to move forward. It can be done. If you think, actually can lah, we can earn more money, we can do better for people, then do lah. Jangan sekat lah. So just continue. See what are the opportunities outside, what are the things that are able to do, just continue. Not easy lah. I've run a union. I'm the president of the union. I know running a organization is never easy. You need to get buy-ins from your committee. Then out of 20, maybe you can get 60%, 70% good enough. If you are getting less than 50, better don't. Then you think of something else.
So are you one of the aim was macam apa yang tak tahu kalau ada hoping that one day like gabungan ada gaji. Macam you know, so on your side, kalau gabungan dapat gaji as a full time, you think it's workable?
Workable lah, but how you want to get the money lah. So you have to think of, because like you see like performing art macam Dari, they have few of them getting full time job pay, but how to sustain that? So they need to have a lot of performance, a lot of event. So basically funding. So these are the money that have to keep on coming in, or else tak sustainable. Or else they cannot move forward. Kalau funding macam NAC funding, they give you 2 years. After 2 years, no more funding, what are you going to do? So you have to think hard on how to move forward.
When you agree with us that perlu ada gabungan.
I think perlu lah, because I think gabungan, kalau tak ada gabungan, it basically no control. It basically is like every CC, every ni, dorang suka lah nak buat apa. So I got organize competition, aku nak macam gini. Then this competition agak gini. So dia tak ada standardization. So every competition you have to change your style of play.
Kalau ada orang nak masuk gabungan, ada words of advice, nasihat pada orang yang nak masuk gabungan ni.
So if you are passionate about Dikir Barat, come forward, serve to actually uplift the Dikir Barat community, the performance of Dikir Barat. I think everybody would have aspiration of seeing Dikir Barat. I think all of us in the Dikir Barat, in the art itself, we know that the love all of us have for Dikir Barat. So if nobody comes forward, then the thing will just dies off. So somebody have to. So those who are willing to come forward, please join gabungan.
Siapa yang you rasa you look up to yang as a Dikir Barat?
Pendikir actually banyak lah. A lot of the actually no specific person lah. I think macam individually they have their own the good things lah. Macam Azman, good in writing, knowledge in writing at all. Kai with his creativity of ni Bobo can write and also boleh berjenaka. This kind of people, a lot of the performers, you know this kind when he come on stage, okay, this is about kelakar. So you know lah, basically if you judge long enough or you see the performance Dikir Barat, you know lah what when this guy come up, mesti ada something. Abang Hir lah, Abang Hir. Yeah. So Abang Hir was the first person to bring Rebana into Singapore. Raja Wali. So he was the first person actually brought Rebana to Singapore. And actually it spreads to most of the group when he actually introduced, I think STJ, kita.
Do you think gabungan will function better if the committee itself is not a pendikir?
Can, but not. I think kalau bukan pendikir is maybe at the top role. That means where you have view of the organisation, how to run, we have organisation skill, tapi tak ada knowledge about Dikir Barat. Macam Haji Hussein, no knowledge about Dikir Barat, but he can run the whole gabungan. Yeah, I think he's a respectable person. Actually, if you have to have a platform where pendikir can raise their concern or their views, that would be good. What they as a new pendikir baru what they want to see.
I think we have portal, right? for them to, but so far
Betul lah, portal macam gini, orang semua as long as your name is fill up, diorang takut. Diorang malu. Nombor tangan, nombor
When
macam.
we started off the first two symposiums, they gave us feedback on what they are expecting government to do.
Okey lah.
That's the first step lah kan.
ada kata tiket gabungan lepas tu $10 balik perdana. Boleh kau?
Boleh, $10 can. Tapi you only watch one group lah. So your group ni masuk $10 keluar. Then you can have more people what? The capacity 500, maybe you can sell 5,000. So dia datang masuk, dia tengok, dia keluar apa? Then you can sell lagi.
Kalau 20 kumpulan $20,
Ya.
tapi kalau satu kumpulan $10 lah. Banyak.
Dia pun mesti lebih. So you force them to watch only one group je. So dia kalau ada group abang adik, dia bayar 20 lah. Like all this creativity lah. How just want to move forward, just do lah. What you think is right, when everybody can agree, just do.
Saya dengar cerita you mereka baju
Oh.
KP. So you ni fashion designer ke?
Yeah.
Ni side track lah.
But warna I think the green one, the green blue. Yeah.
When you do something how you vision macam
Normally I would go down to the kedai kain. Then I will see, then I can spark idea, then I start drawing. Then I see how to patch up. So I always macam depends on what kind of stage lah. So we must have one kind of costume where macam gar tu, but I think perdana where the blue with the silver. So that one is a very kilat-kilatnya. I do when I design, banyak orang kritik. 93, I buat baju yang jarang tu kan, netting. Lepas ada bib. Diorang cakap, ini macam kelambu je. Tapi when is on the stage, with the light, it's very nice.
they can just never see.
I can kutuk, selalu kena kutuk. But after that, orang tak nak kutuk lah. So every generation, once they want to buat baju, and they ask me for advice lah. In Kelana, rejection is normal. But you have to come up with a better idea, alternative. So we practice that way. Kalau kau come up this step, alah tak mau gini lah. So the question is, what is your idea? So you don't have idea, better you shut up. So I started that from very long time ago.
So that kind of culture.
Yeah. So bila you have idea, then you will come up. Instead of saying tak mau macam gini lah, you will say how to do. Why not we do that? So the thing is different. So the culture is it comes on. Actually, I'm very proud to see when I see the budak muda. Whatever I instill in them from last time, it's all being carried forward until now. Performance-wise, I'm never involved. So normally I will come on their last day to see their showcase. Then I won't have much changes. I will just point out certain things that need to improve. Then the next day they will have time to practice. Tak macam dulu lah. Dulu I remember Gen 2, Gen 3, I come the eve of the competition. Step I took out from start on the race. The guys put in a lot of effort. Kita pernah last com my juara pull out. We find 3 days before competition the juara pull out. We get one new juara just to sit in, make sure the group all perform.
Thank you, bang.
Thank you.
Jangan ditanya apakah sumbangan gabungan, tetapi tanyalah sumbangan kamu kepada gabungan.